Well, hello there. It's Great Sun Jester with you. Say it with me, as always. And today we are checking out the parade of ships as part of Homecoming250, which is the Navy and Marine Corps' 250th birthday celebration. There's several ships expected to come up the river, and the website only mentioned 4, but I think there's going to be more. And the first one in line seems to be a Coast Guard vessel. Quick post-production edit to mention this is the United States Coast Guard cutter Lawrence Lawson, commissioned 2017, home port in Cape May, New Jersey. Ship type is called a fast response cutter. Its class is the Sentinel class. Missions include search and rescue, drug interdiction, fisheries patrols, and ports, waterways, and coastal security. It's currently 53 degrees with a pretty strong breeze blowing the tripods all over the place. See if there's a Coast Guard vessel. I don't know anything about it because it wasn't on the website. But today's parade is the first event in a bunch of scheduled events celebrating the Marine Corps and Navy's 250th birthday. Check out the website, homecoming250.org, I believe it is, and you'll get information on all the events. The events are centering around the Philadelphia area, Camden, New Jersey, right across the river from it. And if you get a chance to attend any of those events, check them out. Should be pretty cool. I wish I had information on that Coast Guard vessel to give you, but unfortunately I don't. Today we're filming from about 18 nautical miles south of Philadelphia on the Delaware side of the Delaware River. We're looking across into New Jersey. And if you remember previous videos on the SS United States and the USS John F. Kennedy, what a difference today. Those videos were done in the winter and my fingers were numb and it was windy. It was just a nightmare. Today is very pleasant, sunny. The breeze is annoying for photography, but I can live with that. And 53 degrees sounds a heck of a lot better than 36 degrees. It's obviously low tide on the Delaware River. Should be just coming into the frame now. Oh, okay, this is one of the 2 littoral or littoral class ships scheduled to partake in this parade. Both of them are in the same class. It's either the USS Cooperstown or the USS Billings. Both are LCSs, littoral combat ships, or little crappy ships. They are of the Freedom class of ship as compared to the Independence class. These Freedom class vessels you see here are monohulls, and the Independence class is a tri-hull design. Both serve the same purpose. They were supposed to be shallow water warfare. They were supposed to be modular in terms of what missions they could do. They could change out modules for whether it be anti-ship, anti-submarine warfare, whatever. But the whole program was a mess, and These ships are going to be decommissioned by the Navy almost as fast as they're being built and given to the Navy. Um, all the problems with the LCS program are a video in themselves. I'm sure you can find that on YouTube somewhere. One of the main problems was in the gear attached to the engine, like to connect the engine and turbines, combining gear. It never worked right. The ships were always being repaired. And I don't know if it's this Freedom class or the Independence class, the engines had to be taken out. They actually had to take the engines out of the ship to work on them. Well, enough negativity about the LCS class. I just think it's pretty cool because I have never seen one live before, personally. I'm sure viewers that live around Navy bases, San Diego, Norfolk, places like that, this is probably boring to you. But it's pretty exciting for someone who doesn't get to see that kind of stuff. Just a quick post-production close-up of the ship we're talking about. You know, when you're doing these videos, the sun glare is a heck of a thing. As we wait for the next ship to come into frame, I will say that we're filming from a super secret spot on the Delaware River. This was a widely publicized event, very popular event. There's certain official viewing spots along the river, but I found a super secret spot that apparently no one else knew to come today. So that's pretty cool. Oh boy, this is a treat, especially since I've never seen one in real life. Now coming into the frame is the USS Lassen, Lassen, DDG-82. It is a Flight 2 Arleigh Burke class destroyer, commissioned in 2001. It's one of the older Arleigh Burke class destroyers. They have several flights or upgrades to these ships. You have flights 1, 2, 2A, and 3. So Flight 3 would be the most modern destroyer. This is a Flight 2, like I said, making it one of the older ones. But what a badass ship. I'm sorry. The Arleigh Burke class destroyers are, in my opinion, the finest ships in the world, the most badass ships in the world. It can do everything. You name it. Anti-submarine, anti-ship, anti-air. You know, it'll knock your lights out. I'm just so thrilled to be actually seeing one in real life because, like I said, I never saw one before in real life. I'm going to try and do a quick swing to get the LCS one more time. There's a side view. Hard to see. I'm pointing into the sun. But here we go. Back to the USS Lassen. What a badass ship. And imagine, there's 2 newer versions of this ship. So just imagine how ultra badass they are. Yes, sirree. Just another quick post-production close-up of the ship we're talking about. I'm actually honored to be able to see these ships And a big thank you to the servicemen and women who make me able to come down to the river and take videos. Thank you for your service. And again, happy birthday to the U.S. Marines and U.S. Navy. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. I'm using an iPad, and when you zoom in on the iPad, everything goes out of focus, but let's just see what happens here. Pardon the shakes. No, we lose too much focus when we zoom in. But that is just unbelievable. I don't know if there's any commercial shipping restrictions today on the river, but I did see a container ship go by about an hour ago. So it'll be interesting to find out if there were any restrictions because of this event. And with badass ships like these and the freedom to come watch them, don't tell me America isn't the greatest country in the world. God bless America. Hope you're enjoying this video. If you're not, give it a sympathy like anyway. Now entering the frame is the other Freedom class littoral combat ship. Again, one of these is the USS Billings and the other is the USS Cooperstown. And I can't tell which right now. Okay, now entering the frame, and I told you I was really excited. Because, no, I have not seen one of these before. This thing is a monster. We welcome the USS Arlington LPD 24. It's a San Antonio class amphibious transport dock. It carries 2 LCACs, that's LCACS, landing craft air cushion. You know those air cushion badass fan boats that can deliver supplies right up to the beach. Also carries helicopters, and most importantly, a Marine Corps expeditionary group. That's right, a bunch of badass Marines on a badass landing ship. God bless America. This ship is pretty big. It's 684 feet long, 105 feet beam, and has a draft of 23 feet. And here's just a little post-production footage of this ship we're talking about, just to give you a sense of its size. As we watch the last ship in today's parade of ships, just want to say happy birthday to the U.S. Navy and the Marines. And some people are already complaining that there were so few ships in this parade. To those people, I'd say, well, excuse me, we're a little busy off the coast of Venezuela. There's only about a bajillion ships in the fleet hanging out down there. Consider yourself blessed to have been able to see what you saw. Once again, thank you to our servicemen and women, and God bless America.